Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is, hopefully, Let's Play Azure Dreams. I say hopefully, because this is a Konami game. If I get a strike, I might not end up doing this. But, deep in the burning sands of the desert, a distant town. Looming over the town, the Monster Tower. Within the gigantic ancient tower, a host of monsters swarm and breeds. Despite the long and hazardous desert journey, the town is a mecca for treasure hunters. They come seeking the golden hoards hidden within, but even more, they are lured by the monster's eggs, a prize found nowhere else. When a monster is grown from an egg, it can be tamed. Eggs and tamed monsters fetch a high price in gold, and rare breeds of monsters can make a vast fortune for the hunter. The town has grown rich from buying and selling monsters, and so the town is called Monstbalia. In Monstbalia, there lives a certain youth. His father understood the hearts of the monsters, and gained renown as the greatest monster tamer of all. Sadly, he died early, leaving their mother to bring up the youth and his sister alone. The small family struggled to survive, to hunt for monsters and make my fortune. The youth had inherited skills as a monster tamer from his father. He longed with all his heart to hunt for eggs. But the entrance to the tower is strictly forbidden to those not yet 15. The mighty tower is a nest for countless monsters, a maze to confuse the unweary. Its dark depths are filled with dangers. Even old experienced hunters venture but a short way into the vast interior. The law against entering is strictly enforced. So year after year, the youth can only dream impatiently of his goal. Slumbering at the depths of the great ruin lie the eggs of monsters no man has ever seen. He yearns to brave the dangers of the tower and seize those priceless eggs. And now at last, today is the day. The youth is 15 and free to enter the tower. God, that was hard to read. There was some fast-moving text there. Azure Dreams. Alright, just uploaded the intro, so I know that I'm not going to get flagged on that at the very least. But yes, Azure Dreams is a game from my childhood. It is one of the few remaining things that I've kind of always wanted to Let's Play, but have not. And it is a monster capturing training sim like Pokemon, but also a roguelite before there were roguelikes, really. I mean, I guess Rogue is a really old game, but like the term wasn't used for this in reviews or anything because it just wasn't in the popular conversation of video game review at this point. It also has little dating sim aspects. It has little town building aspects. It's a decent game. I mean, it's not really a roguelike in that like there's kind of permadeath. Like you lose all your stuff, but yeah, I don't know. You'll see. Randomly generated floors, blah blah blah. All that stuff that's like commonly associated with roguelites, except doesn't really permanently end. Which I guess is a pretty important factor, but oh, you're awake. You're about to be reborn. All you can decide on is your name. What star you will be born under can only be determined by God. Please hurry up and decide. I want to finish my job and take a nap. Have you decided on a name? Yes, I have. I shall not be Ko. Clear that. I wish to be called by a different name. Who could have guessed that? Not you, Angel. So you will be Cross. Is that okay? That's okay. All right, Cross. Your new life is about to begin. Your own life. Your own story. Make sure you're positive. Make every effort. And live life happily and joyfully to the fullest. Or else. On your way. Enjoy. It's like the creepiest part of the game because the angel for some reason looks hyper-realistic. There's no reason for any of that. Wreath, you did well. He's a boy. Haha, he looks just like me. Have you thought of a name? Let's see. How does Ko sound? Ko... No. I feel like there's a name that fits him better. I've got it. Cross, how's that? That's good. His name is Cross. It's as if God already picked that name for him long ago. Cross's dad. Yeah? What's the matter, Nico? Cross is teasing me. Listen, Cross. A man must take care of a woman. Random. Gotta love the late 90s cutscene aesthetic. It's just always so grainy. I wonder if Guy made it to the top level. What? Oh, yeah. Guy's the only one that could possibly make it to the top. Guy. Huh. What's the matter? My necklace. It broke. I'm sure it's not any type of omen, though. Necklaces just break. Well, it's probably a good thing that we live in a desert town, isolated. Oh boy. It's been decades since it's rained like this in the desert. Wraith is one tough woman. She must be worried or sick about these strange occurrences the day before yesterday. She must be worried sick about those strange occurrences the day before yesterday. At that ancient tower Guy went to. Don't be silly, Grandpa. Wraith is a woman, after all. Can't you see that she's worried out of her mind about her husband? That it's just enough for her to keep the tears back? Guy? That's Guy's familiar. He's got Guy's monster tamer collar on him. Why is a familiar with Guy's collar here with no sign of Guy? Guy? Such a badass, he trained his monster to knock on the door. Alright, Konami Computer Entertainment Tokyo presents Azure Dreams from 1997 to 1998. 1997, pretty landmark year. That's the year that I got my PlayStation 1. And also the year that Final Fantasy VII came out, which convinced me to get a PlayStation 1 instead of a Nintendo 64. Best decision I ever made, I'll tell you that much. Ha! Now, another interesting thing, and I didn't know this, but there is a Game Boy game, maybe Game Boy Advance, but I don't know, version of this game that I think came first, and in that version, Guy is the main character. So, it's a little bit crazy, just imagine having played through that game, and I need to find out whether it came out first or second, but assuming it came out first, imagine having played through that game, and then playing this game, and then finding out the main character just, like, he's gone at the beginning. That'd be much more impactful, I think, than, you know, I guess, you know, just starting with this game, because it's not like we have a huge, affinity towards Guy, like who he was as a person or anything. But if you'd played that game first, maybe. Because I think he's a kid back then. I don't think he's, I think he's roughly your age. It's like he turned 15. So, just to follow a character from their birth to their death is not often done. But there we go. We got a full cast of characters there. We will be interacting with them. Azure Dreams. The game with 2 intros. Get up! Pah! Today is your 15th birthday. It's the day you become an adult. Yep. Couldn't you be a little bit more gentle? I can't help my tomboy attitude. So there. The priest is already here. Get up and greet him, hurry. Yep. You're full of crap. I can't control my violent nature. Therefore, I have to kick people on the head in order to wake them up. Ugh. You're just an excuse for abuse there, Nico. But yeah, that is Nico, my childhood friend, as shown by that cutscene, and my sister Wendy. Thank you for waking him up every morning. Don't mention it. He'll never get up until he gets a good kick into him. You've grown up considerably since the last time I saw you. 'Cause you never come to Temple at all, do you? I hear from Wreath that you want to go to the Monster Tower. You're 15 today, old enough to go to the tower. Here, just a moment. I've got a prayer for you. There. Go. Hey, that hurts. There you go. We're done. What's that you say? You look as if you want to go to the tower right this moment. Look at his eyebrows. They are insane. But the tower is dangerous. Do you want me to give you any information on the specifics of the tower? You don't need to tell me. No, okay. There is no training that could top actual experience. But are you all right with your lack of knowledge? I'm going no matter what. Even your stubbornness is just like Guy. This is a magic collar that used to belong to your father. Any tamed monster with this around its neck will come to help you whenever you are in the tower. When you find an egg and it hatches, put this on the monster. With a memento from his father, the great monster tamer. In hand, the son raises to the challenge to the next great monster tamer. I'm sure up in heaven Guy would be proud to see his son develop into a great monster tamer. That's great news. It means that now you'll be able to enter that tower you always wanted to go to. I just found out there's a button that you can make the names disappear behind the characters, which is pretty cool because they're a little bit intrusive. Like, why wouldn't you put the characters on the other side where their name isn't? Yeah. Are you heading out to the tower already? I'm going, or of course. Gotta be a little bit cocky there, of course. Then take this with you. Alright, we got a pita fruit. Or is it a pita fruit? I'm gonna say it's a pita fruit. It's just made out of a piece of pita bread. Go do your best. Yep. Don't stumble. Yep. She knows me too well. So I don't want to spend too much in town because I want to try to, do a bunch before in one episode, essentially. Keep it somewhat short. But you can explore throughout the town and talk to different people, gain relationships with them, which is important. I'm trying to quite sure how to open my inventory. I might not be able to do that on this map. This place is so nice and peaceful. I just got a call from 203 asking if she should pick up cheese. But we already have cheese. Alright, so let's see. Alright, there. Oh, so this girl is named Here. And the children around this town at the beginning of the game will give you instructions on how to play the game. The interesting thing is that you talk to her. They say children's songs are messages from gods. I wonder if it's true. But I still have no idea what they're singing about. I do like that they kind of lampshaded the fact that the children are giving, you know, tutorial advice. There is something in this game that I need to figure out how to do. She's not going to tell me, is it? No, the attack button is in the hurry button. All right, I'm going to jump and a hurry. Also, I like how fast he runs. Like, he really kind of motors here. Just running down the running in the water. Now, here's the restaurant. I don't think I can afford to buy anything here right now, though. Hello, how can I help you? I can't afford anything. No. That's what I thought. I don't have any money there. So, the thing is that your family is incredibly poor. I'm presuming that you survive off of the money that your father had made previously. The thing is, if he was such a great monster hunter, it's actually kind of crazy that their family wasn't left off rich. But I don't think there's a lot of work in this town if you're not a monster hunter. So, I mean, I guess that girl has got a job at the diner, but I mean, you got to think that the mother could work at the diner a little bit. I don't know. Warning, dangerous person. Warning, dangerous person. My dad was telling me that long ago you attached chairs to my dad's windmill and charged money to ride it, calling it a Ferris wheel. Yeah, I can see how your father would warn. I mean, that does seem a little bit weird. You know what? I really do need to figure out how to open the menu, though. Let me go back into my house. Is it? That's not my house. That's my house, the smallest one, the tiny little shack. It's probably a rundown tool shed or something. I think, actually, if I talk to my mother, first of all, I can save my data. There we go. I don't know what those question marks are. Oh, I do know what those question marks are. Okay. Fair enough. And open the safe for me. Yes. Okay, so that's all I have. It doesn't... Alright, so all I have is that fruit. That fruit is for feeding monsters. But let's just go to the tower. I think it's time. Time to go to the tower. I've been waiting so long. No reason to dilly or dally. That's not the entrance. You'd think I know. I apparently sleep under the tower, according to the intro. Alright. Don't be scared. Aren't you a monster tamer? I don't think I liked that voice at all. Hey, don't be frightened. I'm not your enemy. Very suspicious. Is it because I speak the human language? I'm just smart enough to learn the human language. Are you going in alone? Yep. You can't take this by yourself right now. You have a magic collar. Don't you? I can smell it. Believe it or not, I used to be the familiar of a great monster tamer. But my master passed away. And now I'm a lonely familiar. And people want to have nothing to do with me since I know the human language. But I can't lower myself to become just a monster now. They just live on instinct. You can put your collar on me if you like. Okay. Great, from now on, you are my master. Give me a name. Oh, I hadn't accounted for this. Kazoo. I think my old master gave me the same name. By the way, I'm Mr. Cross. Yes, Master Cross. You are a beginner, aren't you? I can tell. Okay. I will teach you many things about the tower. Let's go. Alright. He's kind of like Meowth from Pokemon. He is the only monster that is able to speak English. And they never really explain why. Alright. If this series continued, like, he's kind of like a mascot. He's in all the loading screens and stuff. Now the adventure begins. Oh, before that, I have to tell you something important. So listen and remember my words. The only time you can stop your adventure while you're in the tower is when the elevator is moving up to the next level. It erases the record of the tower from the adventure data that you loaded. So never ever press the reset button or turn the machine off, or all you have done will be ruined. Handle the data with extreme caution during the adventure. Alright. Now you have to decide on a formation line. Alright, I feel like I could just, I think I can explain most of this either, anyway. But yeah, if you enter the tower and then reset the game, like let's say like you're about to die and you reset the game because you don't want to lose all of your items, it'll count as if you died. If there's a power outage too, like you can just lose your save. It's kind of bad news. Because of that, like, they're saying so many things. Yeah, so she's explaining the map, the different things on the map, tell you things. So, like, I'm the yellow dot, you see the map to the right. He's a red dot because he's a monster. Other monsters will also appear as red dots. Items are blue. Fireball. This is a ball that has magic inside. You can use the magic ball, but after you use it all, it just becomes a regular ball. You can tell the magic balls from the regular ones because you'll see the remaining power after the name. Like 5, that means you can use it 5 times. I'm not going to be able to concentrate on what I wanted to say. This is just the tutorial dungeon anyway. The first time you go, it'll always be this. So once you have weapons and armor on, you have to put them on, otherwise they won't work. Yes, yes, yes. So we've got a copper sword. It has an attack of 2. He was saying there's also plus and minuses, so if it was a copper sword plus 1, it would have an attack of 3. If it was a copper sword minus 1, it would have an attack of 1. Because 1 minus 2. Alright, run with the directional button while pressing... Oh, so that's how you speed things up. If you hold this button, here, you can run. It also passes time, because there's turns in this game. Alright, you can lift an object placed next to your hex by pressing X while you're pressing the O button. Okay, this is actually what I wanted to know. If you want to throw it, press X while you're pressing O. No wonder I couldn't figure that out. Throwing does cost a turn, though. Alright, so I hold O, that didn't do it. I hold X. Okay, I hold... There we go. Interesting. Alright, I really want to know how to do that, because throwing's a pretty great skill in this. When it's hard to locate the enemy because of the difference in the level, you should look at it from a different angle. Okay, so he's telling me about how to rotate the camera. Which I never do because I always get lost, but they wanted you to do it there because there's a shield hidden behind here. And shields are just like swords, except they give defense instead of attack. So we want to equip the wooden shield. And we have it. Now I threw that item all the way over here. Wait, I just passed it, I think. There we go. Medical herb. And there's a monster egg. Alright. And then I can hatch the, I can hatch a monster. Each time you press X, it is incubated. Once it gets warmer, the monster will be born. It's better to hatch them at home, though. A familiar born in the monster's shed will go home with Cross after leaving the tower, but ones that are born in the tower will leave from the bag. They won't have any attachment to Cross's house. No problem. It's a dirty hovel, right? Let's bring some eggs back if we want to increase the numbers of familiars. So, I could hatch this monster's egg right now, but then I will not be able to keep it. If I bring it out of the tower, I'll be able to permanently keep it. Okay, monsters have 3 main abilities. Oh, God. Stop. Okay, that I should read, though. Fire is stronger than wind, and wind is stronger than water, and water is stronger than fire. I feel like I should write this down, because I know that I was forgetting this. Fire beats... That doesn't look like fire. Fire beats wind. Wind beats water. And water beats fire. I did a bad job at illustrating that. Whatever, it's fine. I'll know what it means. But yeah, each monster has a different category of elements. So, first of all, this is my guy, Kazoo. He is a fire monster, so that means he is strong against wind. My symbols really are bad. I had to look at this for a second. And changing lineup is this. I can tell him where to stand. That does make a difference. I think right now I'm going to just keep him where he is. Alright. And what else? Before he goes and, like, explains. He has a, like, a hunger meter, essentially. So, that's MP. Like, you see how he has MP? If they run out of MP, then they start losing health, and eventually will be desummoned, and I will not be able to summon them again. So, periodically you have to feed your monsters. You have to make sure that you don't use them up too fast, or they will faint. Familiars help Cross according to general strategies. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave him by default. I'll be explaining that. There's no way to skip this tutorial, by the way. If I could, I would have, which would have been a bad thing, because then I wouldn't have known how to throw things. The other thing is, yeah, if I'm attacking from up here, I do more damage. If I get attacked from up there, I take more damage. Face the monster and attack with the X button. No, there's a button to, like... Ooh. Cool. I thought there was a button to, like, make it so that you stood still. There we go. So now I'm, like, rotating without taking a step, because you actually do need to face the correct direction, because you can attack empty space. And every time I attacked, you notice that he moved forward. That's because once you get close to a monster, then it's a turn-based system. Boom! So what's happening is that currently he is sent to a mode called Mixture Magic. That means that instead of attacking a monster directly, he will enhance my sword with magical fire. When Cross has nothing to do, or if you want to recover HP at a grip? I don't know what that means. Hold triangle while you're pressing... Okay, yeah, he's telling me how to make time pass, so yeah. I hold the button that makes me stay in place, and then I hold O, and time will pass. But monsters will get, like, hungry during that period. They'll lose HP, because they lose HP just by existing. Alright, so that wasn't a real floor. This is the first real floor. There are many hidden traps in the towers that react when you step on them. Monsters can get stuck in these traps, too. Once you find traps, you will deactivate them by swinging in front of them. Alright, yeah, if you step on a trap, it'll activate it, so... There's a trap. I didn't step on it, though. Now, the way that you lose in this game usually is traps. Traps will screw you in this game. Like, you think you're doing fine and a trap just destroys you. But, let's see. Cross and familiars like me can recover HP as time passes. Familiars have to eat something to restore HP. MP is consumed just by walking, and once it's gone, you won't be able to move at all. If you can't move, you'll be in trouble, right, Cross? So then you can, yeah, I can give food to familiars. Yeah. We are monsters, so we can eat almost anything, but there are different amounts of MPs restored depending on what type of food the monsters receive, so be careful. Alright, let's go up to floor number 2. No, do not quit. So I would say on this, like, never save in the middle of a dungeon, because... if you die and you want to reset, you're fine as long as you didn't save in the middle of the dungeon. As I said, if you save in the middle of the dungeon and then something happens to your save, it'll just act as if you had already died. So this isn't great. I have 2 monsters here. They're probably going to hurt me a bunch, but let's just try to attack a few times. How much damage am I going to take per round? Nope, that's 5 damage per round. I need to get out of here. I'm going to go to the menu. Let's see, lineup, change AI. Okay, so he's backing me up with magic right now. Now we're going to have him attack aggressively. He will use any means at his disposal now. Boom. Now, how much HP does he have? That's also kind of important to know. 7, so not a ton, so I should get back in there. Don't want him to take all the damage. There, he killed one monster. Here. I missed. So the higher on the tier of like attacks that I use, like he's attacking aggressively, the more MP that a monster will use. So he's like, you know, burning through MP right now, but that was kind of an emergency situation. Let me take a look at him. He's got 3 health. It might make sense to use a medical herb on him. We're gonna give it to him. Now that restores like 50 health, but like if I lose him this early, it would be very bad. As I walk around, I should restore health. Yeah, there, now I'm at 9. And now I'm at 10. Just, you know. If you're really paranoid, you can attack every square to look for traps. But, okay, he just set off a trap. I don't know what that trap was. It might have been a rust trap. Rust traps make your weapons rust. And they make them go to -1. Please be a wind crystal. That's the thing they really don't explain. Also, let me, let's see, line up, change AI. Let's go down to 4. Fire crystal. Alright. Oh, wow, he's taking a lot of damage. Uh-oh. He might die here. Yeah, he's gonna die next turn unless I do something. I don't know what I can do, though. I'm out of position. Will this restore his health? I don't know. It might restore a little bit of health. I don't think it's going to restore any of his health, but we're going to try. Alright. I need him to come here right now. Although he just leveled up. Does that restore his full HP? No. Alright, he needs to get over here right now, so... Change AI. Follow me. Good. I need him out of the line of fire right now. Okay. So let me just change him back to mixture magic. Boom. Now that was actually a one-time use of mixture magic, instead of like every time. Good, 2 hits and he died. Yeah, those trolls are the strongest monster on this level right now. There's some, straight-up money. Uh-oh. How much health does he have? I don't know. Oh, there's a way to, like, check really quick, right? Yeah, there we go. So he has 8 health. Cool. I did feed some, like, high-level healing items to him, like, more than I, you know, in a panic, but he's alive still. So, alright, the only way I can get out of this dungeon is to find a wind crystal. If I don't find a wind crystal, I have to keep on going up the dungeon until I die, which is rough. It's the roughest part of the game, really. That's the other way that you can easily die in this game. You just can't find a way out of the dungeon. It happens all the time. So, eventually you want to, like, build up a stock of wind crystals so that you always have a wind crystal, and that never freaking happens. Let's just go back to mixture magic for now, considering you almost died before, which I don't like. A wake-up herb. Also, you can make the map really big. It's easier to see. If you just hold down the map button, it also makes the background dark. Let's see. Blinder ball. Ugh, bump trap. Bump traps are kind of hilarious. They just make you fall. It doesn't matter, though. It's the least dangerous trap in the game. It's basically you tripped on a rock. Suspicious-looking room. Ah. No. It'll be fine. Now, there's my way out to the next level. Sea seeds will change your monster's alignment to water. So I could do that right now. But I'd rather just keep it the way it is. Oh. Good. Excellent. We've leveled up to level 3. Now, the other way that this is like a roguelike, every single time you leave the dungeon, your main character will go back to level 1. Your monsters, however, will get to keep their level. So you're basically training monsters, and eventually your main character will be so much more vulnerable than your monsters. You're going to want to rely on your monsters for almost everything. But right now, we're both pretty weak. And here. It can be good to continually look around for, you know, treasure and monsters to hunt early on when there's easy to defeat, so that you're more powerful for the upper levels. But I think this stage, yeah, I've explored most of it. Let's go to the center. But you don't want to run around too long, though, because eventually your monster is going to get hungry, and you might not be able to feed them, and then you won't have a monster. Now, I'm attacking him from below. That means he took a little bit less damage. And he would have done more damage if he actually attacked me, but he didn't take the initiative there. So I'm leaving. Now, just really, I have to search everywhere, though, because I need a wind crystal. I really, really need a wind crystal. I almost never get to keep... Like, I don't know if I ever have gotten out of the dungeon the first time they send me in the dungeon, now that I think about it. Red sand is amazing. I will use it to craft an ultimate weapon. Yeah. The question is, do I use the red sand? Red sand increases the attack... uh-oh. Seal trap. I don't have any magic, though. If that had hit my monster, he wouldn't have been able to use magic. Yeah, we don't want to go up yet. Upheaval trap. That changes the land, I guess. the ground, so that there's a bunch of, like, hills and stuff. Alright, 5 damage. But he was wind. He was weak against my fire attack. And the upheaval trap has gone back down. There's no traps in the hallways, by the way. You're safe there. I mean, safe from traps. Not safe from monsters. That guy is a fire monster. So let me see here. What do I got? I got a fire, this fire arrow thing. Let's see. Darkness which blinds enemies. Use. So it just shot in a straight line. He has become blind. He likely will not be able to hit me. He hit me. That's surprising. He freaking blind fired shot at me. Alright, well, you gotta give it to him. Alright. Okay, he just turned into a frog. Chaos trap. Okay, now I can't walk in the correct direction. I can't attack in the correct direction. This is a bad thing. There we go. Oh! Critical hit. Oh! Alright, you just used a magic attack on me. That hurt, but fortunately I leveled up. I need Kazoo to not be a frog, please. There we go. That could have been the end of me right there. There. Should really just resign myself to the fact that I'm probably gonna die. What is that seed? Alright, the different seeds you can feed to monsters, they do different things. He's got a lot of HP left, so... Or MP, so that's good. So this changes you to water. This increases your speed for a while. I think you get, like, double attacks. And there's a sword here. A blizzard sword. Cool. Swords can also be cursed, and then you won't be able to take them off. But we're gonna equip this. It was not cursed. Very good. And it has 3 more attack damage than my other sword. It also has the water element attached to it, I believe. So it'll do more damage. A paralyzed wand. Now, wands have really bad attack power, but they happen to channel mixture magic. Now, please don't get me cursed. Not cursed. Yeah, because if it's cursed, you can't take it off, and it usually has bad stats. It sticks you with a bad weapon. Did I see a monster? No. Okay. Oh, behind me. So, boom, 18 points of damage. Yeah, wands, if you're going to use mixture magic, use a wand instead of a sword. You will do more damage, even if the sword has a higher attack power in general. Hello. Boom. I don't know what it means that I'm using a, an ice sword with fire magic, but, you know. I'm assuming the attack just ends up being... Although I wasn't. This is just a regular wand. This wand can periodically paralyze people, though, which is great. Alright, still no wind crystal. Getting a little bit nervous. Okay. I think I'm gonna go up to floor 5. Oh, poison trap. Not great. I don't have anything to cure that, do I? Look at my face. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to level 5, and then I might end up ending it either way. Just because I don't want the first episode. I never want the first episode to be very long. And when's this gonna wear off? Oh god. There's another trap there. Alright, poison was neutralized. Didn't want to go too far. That'd be more likely that I'd run into a monster. Pow! Monster is probably sad he ran into me. Here. You're good. Okay, there's an herb of some kind here. Antidote herb. And what is this? It's a bell. The bells cast various spells of helpfulness. Increases the level of enemy monsters. The reason to do that is so that you can get early leveling. Like, you make Ooh, bomb trap. That hurt. Oh, God. Come with me. We want to get a good position here. Okay, I'm going to shoot. Now, he's a fire monster, but I'm going to use my ball to shoot a fire spell at him. Boom. It's just the fire magic is strong enough that even though he's, like, strong against fire, he, you know, the other monster's running away. It does enough damage despite that. Although, is fire strong against fire? You might only be strong against, like, the element that you're strong against, as opposed to your own element. That might just do neutral damage. Even though that kind of makes less sense. Like, a piece of floating flaming armor should probably be strong against fire, but hey. Who am I to judge? Oot! Aha! My agility dodged his attack. Boom. Alright, I don't remember what I was doing. 203 just came home. I really wish I could... I don't even know what monster this is in this egg, and I'll never get to know, because I'm gonna die horribly in all likelihood. 20 damage. Oh my. Much better than your piddling 6 damage. Ooh, glasses. Star glasses. Make the entire floor visible. That's cool. So the different glasses allow you different things. Sometimes they show all the monsters. Sometimes they show all of the, like, items. Sometimes they show all of the traps. My favorite one is when it shows all the traps. Ugh. A meaty 7 damage on me. How you doing hunger-wise, buddy? Fine. He's fine. We're all fine. So one thing you can... Oh, God. This could be bad. Ooh, he's paralyzed. Oh, so he can't attack at all. I thought in the paralyzation trap you could still attack, you just couldn't move. But he can't even move, so... Or he can't even attack, rather. Yeah, he got paralyzed because my staff sometimes paralyzes people. You can see how much you're going to level, by the way, by it says experience and there's a bunch of little stars. When those stars get all the way to the end, you level up. And you always get the same amount of experience as your familiar, because it splits experience between the party. Now, you can have up to 2 monsters at once. You just have to be careful, because that will split your party experience by an additional party member. So the best way to do it, eventually once you get, like, better weapons, you can get all the way up to, like, stage 3 or so without a monster, and then you'll get all the experience, and then you bring the monster out. It won't be as hungry. It's good. I want to... do I have things to feed my monster? Let's see. Like, for example, that wakes up, like, sleeping guys. And he has 66 HP, so if I use Wake Up and give it to you... Now, nothing happened because he wasn't asleep, but... Now he's at 69, so he gained 3 HP, which isn't a lot, but it's something. Ooh, I've turned into a frog. This is bad. I was just trying to find another monster to fight, and now I'm a frog. Definitely don't want to fight a monster as a frog. There we go. I want to try to find other monsters because I'd like to level up before I go to the next floor. This monster, I think, can be tough. Oh, I'm level 5 now, though, so that's good. And he is also level 5. I think he's wind, though. Yeah, 8 damage. That's dangerous. Yeah, but you don't have, like, 60 HP, I don't think. There we go. Goodbye. He also has the most dramatic death animation of any monster in the game. I'm gonna leave it right here, because this episode is already longer than I want it to be. I don't think I'm gonna get out of this first mission alive, but we'll try. I am CrossKnights. Thank you very much for watching. Tell me what you think of this game. Have you ever heard of this game? Have you ever played this game? I think it's one of one of the better games in the PlayStation 1, personally. Definitely a childhood favorite. So, I'll see you guys in the next episode, where hopefully I'll get out of this tower. We'll see. It's a long way up to the top, even if I do get out this time. Later.